Good evening from Wrineley Junction. Just thought I'd give you a quick update on what's going on and a cautionary tale on the fitting of decoders to older locos. First of all, I think we've got to say goodbye. Well, we are saying goodbye to my weathered Class 40, who will be on his way to a new home tomorrow. So, hopefully the guy who just bought this didn't notice me having to pull that along, but it's just a dirty track, I think. So we say goodbye to the Class 40. It's been a sterling workhorse considering it's a Lima. Old loco, but it's done alright. And the Lima disappears. So, here we have a recently purchased off eBay Class 31. Now, I had this professionally DCC converted. I'm not going to say by who, because I don't think it's fair. But needless to say, what I asked them to do was to fit a socket, DCC 8-pin socket to this non-DCC loco, so I could actually possibly fit in a better decoder at a later date, or even convert it to sound. I'm not going to convert it to sound after the problems I had with it. So needless to say, I had it converted, and that went swimmingly. I had at the same time I had a Bachmann 36 treble 5 decoder fitted into it, and that worked for 4 hours. Possibly 4 hours, possibly less. I got it home, put it on the track, and it seemed to be running fine. A bit noisy, but it's an old motor, it's an old loco. I'm very happy with the condition of it overall. It looks very nice, and I'm probably going to keep it pristine because I like the gloss finish on it. I'll probably weather the bogies at some point, but we'll see how that goes. So yeah, it's running away fine. I switched everything, slowed everything down, stopped it, switched everything off. Thought I'll come back to that later after tea, have another play with it. And I came back, and it was, switched it on, went to go, and it was not moving, and it was making a horrible sort of hissing sound. And next thing I notice, as I'm actually decreasing the power, wondering what the hell's going on, I see smoke rising from the inside, the innards of the loco. Not good, methinks. And from then on, it wouldn't respond. So I thought, yes, this is either the motor burnt out, or we've just fried a decoder. I'd heard stories. I'd never fried a decoder before. I'd heard stories of decoders being fried, but I'd never actually seen one actually happen. So, eek. I tried to reset the decoder. Nothing. I knew nothing was happening because I'd noticed when I was changing CV values on this before that the loco would be moving forward. So, it was dead. I took it apart and immediately noticed that it looked like the plastic sheathing around the Bachmann decoder had melted through on one side. So that was that. Oh, okay. I'll take it back to the train shop, to the model shop that had done the decoder, that fitted the socket and the decoder for me. Took it back. He tried it on his test track straight, and it wouldn't work. He put in another decoder, and it fried. Instantly fried his decoder. So bush, there we go, bang, gone. So that was that. I didn't get a refund for the decoder. He said maybe send it back to Bachmann. Don't tell them you fitted in an older loco. All right, okay. So my plan was that I was fairly, shall we say, peed off with that. So mulled about, and I actually put it on eBay as a DC loco that had been DC converted but had a blanking plate, and which it did have. And it was on for a day, and I was thinking about it, and the more I thought about it, I thought, there's got to be another way around this. There must be a decoder out there that can work with older locos, because I've seen them fitted, and I have used, as you just saw, that Lima uses I think that's using a Hornby decoder, and it works fine. So I know I have got some older locos that I have chipped. There's a, what you call it, class 45 there. It needs buffers on it, but that's a class 45 that is got a lens decoder in it. So, you know, they are out there, and I know they're out there. So I thought, okay, let's do some research. So I went onto Google, as you do. Went onto a number of Morel forums, and it transpires that people recommend the TCS decoders. Specifically the ones that they say that work very well with the old Hornby Triang motors are the TCS T1s. So I thought, well, I'm not going to give up on this, because it's a nice looking loco, and I know that it should be able to run, but it's probably drawing too much power, and it's frying the weaker decoders. So when I say weaker decoders, I'm talking about the ones that are rated at 1 amp or less. Well, the Bachmann's rated at 1 amp. The TCS T1s are rated at 1.3 with a peak amperage of 2. So 1.3 constant and peak of 2 amps. And they were saying that that should be well strong enough and powerful enough to deal with the loading that the older Triang stroke Hornby motors put on. So I took the plunge. I bought a T1 decoder with an 8-pin harness and fitted it to this loco. And lo and behold, it works. And it works quite nicely. It's noisy. It's a bit juddery, a bit like me, a bit juddery at startup, but it works. So, my advice to you, if you are actually going to decode older locos, is to check out for a decoder that has got a higher amp load. So 1.3 minimum continuous amps is what you should be looking for. I know it sounds a bit jargon, a lot of jargon there, but that you can look it up on Google. There are decoders out there, and the TCS decoder wasn't that expensive. I think it's like £18 or something. So it's not that much more expensive than a Bachmann. And if you want to get your older locos working, go for it. I would. So I'll just leave you with this little beauty running around the track. As I say, it's noisy, and in fact it actually sounds a bit like a diesel when it starts up, bizarrely. So there's probably, you know, if you just have a wild imagination, you can imagine this being the sound of a diesel as it starts up. So have a watch, and yeah, leave a comment if you've got any comments. Subscribe if you think that some of this info might be useful. I'll see you later.